There was this great psychiatrist at UCLA who wrote about the dynamics of sexual excitement, and he'd say that there was no great sex without the desire to sin and to degrade the other party, and that much, if not most, of the attraction of pornography was the opportunity to degrade the object of one's affections and to get vicarious revenge on all the beautiful women who have rejected you. Like, almost every man has experienced massive rejection at the hands of women and therefore felt humiliated. Maybe I'm just talking about myself, but
I think there's a lot of guys carrying around a lot of resentment toward women. I always said, like, the tragedy of very nice guys is that they end up thinking that women are whores. Right. Because the women don't want to sleep with them,
right?
And so they end up the most embittered, dangerous guys out there. Because shit, I was a nice guy. I didn't do anything except like try to anticipate what she wanted and throw it at her. And then she went off and fucked someone else. What a whore! And you know what? They're all like that. And so it's like there's a lot of guys carrying around that kind of resentment. But
I'd guess straight or left. Either one's fine. I'm sorry.
No, you're right. I am going to go straight. See, that's the thing. It's also like, I don't have to reject it. Just Good.
This is helpful. I'm working through my bullying issues.
Right. Well, that's the thing. It just even if it comes from patterns of yours, it doesn't mean that what you're saying isn't true sometimes. What was I going to say? Oh, but I think that's a little unfair. I think that. I don't think I'll use myself as an example, since I don't think I have a strong need. Well,
you don't recall a whole bunch of humiliating rejections from attractive women that continue to haunt your psyche?
Okay, it's possible that I'm in denial, but I
they
really
don't come to mind. Yeah, no.
It's not that I haven't been rejected.
But it hasn't wounded your psyche.
Yeah, it's just I think I always thought, like, when I was younger, I really thought it was just a matter of time. Oh, she rejected me now. Well, she hangs around me long enough, she's finished. Like,
right.
That wasn't always true. And later, as I was older, I realized, no, some women are just actually not going to dig you. But that was okay too. It was, I don't think it hit me quite as hard as it hits a lot of guys. And that's not because there's anything special about me. I think it's just I have other fears or something.
Right.
Like, but yeah. So I don't feel like So I think even men who don't feel the revenge impulse can still find pornography quite enticing. I think pornography is just like a bunch of whammies all in one.
We were talking tonight. We want to identify the guy. He's doing a PhD in something, and he's doing his dissertation on pornography, and he claims he's never looked at it.
Oh, right.
He claims he's never looked at pornography.
Either he's lying or I feel...
I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think every guy has got to have some fetish. That's the thing about pornography. There are hundreds of sub-fetishes.
Right.
And I think that every guy has a fetish that will send him over the edge. And it's just, maybe he hasn't been exposed to it, and lucky for him, but... like fishnet stockings or high heels or,
right.
Girls in cheerleader outfits or whatever.
Right. He has I think fetishes can be developed too. Like,
right.
I think if you don't come to the table with fetishes, you can produce one. So, I mean, I think like...
I'd go left.
We're on Whitworth. Yes, you said you turned on Whitworth. What's that up there?
That's Pico up there, but I'd go left, yeah.
Okay. I'm going
down to
just
Robertson.
as a demonstration of I'm going to. I think each of your suggestions have been right on.
Yeah, I would go to Robertson and turn right.
Right, and then turn left, and then turn
left. Cashier.
Oh, because you want to cross Pico at a light. Is that why?
This is just the way I've done it. I'm trying to remember why, but it works.
Well,
better.
That works.
I love beauty. I prefer to look at handsome men than ugly men, or be in a room, unless they're ugly in a fascinating way. That's cool. But Danielle Barron is so hot, and there are some other women there who are so hot, and I just love beauty. I would rather write and think and talk about beautiful.
I agree with you, and I I feel the same way, and I can put up with pretty awful ugliness. I mean, not from people, even just being in ugly circumstances. But I really enjoy. I just think it's pleasurable to look at nice things, and if that's the human body can be beautiful, and to look at it and just to have it around, even like is just nice.
It like gives you hope that the world can be a better place.
Well, yeah, because you get all these positive vibes off it, and then it makes the world feel like a better place.
Yeah, it just makes me happy.
Right. It was funny. There was at one point I told a woman that I just, because I'm married and I'm serious about sexual fidelity, but I am certainly in my relationship it's important. And I remember, but telling another woman, like you still get pleasure out of seeing a pleasant looking form. And I said, and don't you feel the same way about men? And she claimed no.
Wow. Well, what I'm really worried about is that I was watching this ESPN morning show, First Take, and they had Dallas Cowboy linebacker Bobby Carpenter on there, and he was talking, and I was thinking, wow, this is a really good-looking guy, and then for days after I was thinking, wow, am I a fag? But I don't think I am, because I don't want to have sex with him.
Right.
But he's a really good-looking guy.
Yeah. I always...
And I was kind of like taken aback by how I enjoyed looking at him.
Dude, I watched with Kendra at one point. I think it was So You Think You Can Dance, and there was a contestant named Danny.
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord, his physique and the way he moved and everything. It was just beauty. It was just walking beauty in a male form.
Yeah.
And no, it didn't make me question my sexuality. I look, whenever a guy says, "Oh, I can't," like, how would I know if that's good looking? It's a guy.
Right.
I mean, maybe it's true, but usually I'm just like, dude, calm down.
I was so prepared to go into therapy and say, I think I'm a fag.
Really?
Yeah, I was really shaken up because I was so fascinated by how handsome this man was, but then I realized I did not want to have sex with him.
Yeah.
I didn't want to engage with him in an erotic way. I was just like taken aback by his looks. But that's not gay.
No. Well, look,
I don't want to smoke his pole. I would go left at this light.
This one here.
Yeah.
What is this? This is
We went.
Pickford,
Yeah.
right? That's the one right before.
Yeah.